Hello everybody, Elias5891 is down with a severe case of the royal flu today, so we're going to have to go visit Doctor to find out what to prescribe. So let's take a look at this KTANE module, and here is a tutorial for Doctor. Here's what the module looks like. It has a blue background. It has a KTANE in the top left, that's what this symbol is called. It has symptoms here: sleepiness, bloating, thirstiness. These are the diseases that you might have. These are the treatments or drugs that you might use, for example cyanide. And these are the doses: 420 grams of cyanide, perfect. The patient is definitely not sick after that. So let's take down all of the information that we need. First of all, we need the edgework. We have 2 batteries and 2 holders. We have a parallel port and no other ports. So that's a parallel port on 1 port plate and no empty. Then we have a lit November SA and a lit TRN. And finally, the serial number is India Uniform 6 Echo Mike 0. Let's write down the symptoms: thirstiness, constipation, hallucination, dizziness, cold hands, sleepiness, bloating, and we're back to thirstiness. And we have royal flu, Parkinson's, and seizure cipher. We don't need to communicate the rest to the expert. Let's take a look at the manual. So here in the table Delta 1 Alpha 6 November Oscar Sierra 3, we have a list of all the possible diseases. As you can see, there are letters left of them, but there are also some here which have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are looking at royal flu, seizure cipher, and Parkinson's. It's a coincidence that they're this close. They're usually spaced out more. Now let's find out which ones of these have the symptoms that we've been reported. Royal flu requires fever. We don't have fever in our symptoms, so it's not that one. Seizure cipher, constipation, bloating, hallucination. Constipation, bloating, hallucination. We have all 3 of those. Parkinson's, sleepiness, cold hands, thirstiness. Sleepiness, cold hands, and thirstiness. We have all 3 of those. But which one is it? Well, let's scroll down. Our diagram S1CKN3SS is a Venn diagram. So let's take a look at the 5 conditions here. The last digit of the serial number is even. 2 or more batteries, yes, we do have 2 or more batteries. Even number of modules, no, because there's only 1 module on the entire bomb. So that's an odd number, 1. More lit than unlit indicators. That's a yes, we have 2 lit and no unlit. More than half of the time on the bomb left, yes, we started with 1 hour and we still have quite a lot left. So that's all except blue. So just from the middle, across the blue, we have a 4. So we go to number 4. Now up here in the manual, it says that if the initial disease starts with a vowel, read the table in forward order, otherwise in reverse order. So in this case, it starts with a P, so we're going in reverse order. The only time when you need to go forward in the list is when you have A, E, I, O, U, or 5, because that one starts with an O. Okay, but we have 4, so we go backwards, and the first one that we hit is seizure cipher. So that one's the correct disease. How do we treat that? We treat it with Liga Legends, and we need to calculate a dose. So let's scroll down a bit more. We have a flowchart M3DICAT10N. Let's start here. Does the bomb have 3 batteries and 3 holders? No, we have 2 and 2. Is there a lit FRQ? No. We have lots of lits, but not that. Is fever listed as a symptom? No. Is there an iPhone on the bomb? iPhone is the name of another module. So in this case, we do not have that. So the dose is the sum of the alphanumeric values of all the letters in all the indicators. Okay? So November is a 14, Sierra is a 19, Alpha is a 1, Tango is 20, Romeo is 18, and November is 14. So putting these all together, we have 33 plus 1 plus 20 plus 18 plus 14. So we're getting 86. So our dose is 86 milligrams. There we go. 86 is in fact listed. So we want 86 milligrams of League of Legends. Now, the last thing we need is a follow-up date. So let's look at the table DHTE. As you can see here on the calendar in the background, the time I'm recording this tutorial video is the 8th of June. So let's take a look at the manual. There are lots of dates listed here in more or less random order, but there are 2 in June. The others are no June. We need to find out which one of them is closest to our date. So if we had one like so it's not necessarily just the June. So if we had one in May, like for example May 31st instead of June 5, that might also be a candidate. But in this case we have June 5 and it's closer than June 25. So this is the answer, June 5. Now be aware that in the manual these dates are listed in the American date format where the month is first and then the number. But the module actually expects them the European way. So the first number is the days. You will notice this goes up to 31. And the second number is the months. It only goes up to 12. So we communicate to our diffuser Seizure Cipher, League of Legends, 86 milligrams, 5, 6. Let's try another bomb. This time we have 2 batteries and 2 holders. We have a lit car and a lit FRK. Lit car, lit FRK, and we had an unlit NLL. Then we have a PS2 port and a serial number. So PS2 on one port plate, number Sierra 56 Zulu Delta 0. And this time on the module, we have thirstiness, dizziness, cold hands, nausea, muscle cramp, headache, sleepiness, and we're back to thirstiness. Our diseases are HRV, emojilepsy, and OCD. Let's take a look at the manual. So HRV is here, and that requires gas. We do not have gas, so that's not it. Emojilepsy, headache, we do have headache. Muscle cramp, we do have that. And nausea, we do have all 3 of those. And then OCD requires sleepiness, we do have that. Dizziness, we do have that. And thirstiness, we do have that. Now, it will always be 2 matching diseases, and the third one is always a decoy. And then you will always need the Venn diagram to figure out which one of those 2 it is. So let's take a look. Last digit of the serial number even, yes. 2 or more batteries, yes. Even number of modules, still no. More lit than unlit, yes. And more than half of the time, yes. So again, it's all except blue, which means 4, which means we're going backwards, so OCD is the 1. So we want to treat OCD with astrodrosidale. And we do not have 3 batteries and 3 holders. We do not have a lit FRQ. We have lit FRK, but not FRQ. Is fever listed as a symptom? No. iPhone, no. So the dose is, again, the sum of the alphanumeric values. Now, when you have 3 indicators, this can be a bit intense. So Charlie plus Alpha plus Romeo, which is 18, so we have 22, plus Foxtrot, which is 6, plus Romeo, which is 18, so we're on 46, plus Kilo, which is 11 more, plus November, which is 14, so we're in 71, and then Lima, which is 12, so 24, so 95. We're looking at 95 milligrams of astrodrosidale. 95 milligrams. There we go. The follow-up date is going to be the same for all of the bombs in this tutorial video, because the date won't change. But I got that wrong, didn't I? Yes. There we go. But obviously the date will be different if at different times of the year when you play the module. So let's try one last one. I'm hoping that this time the Venn diagram will be different, and it will, because we don't have any batteries. And we have a lit SND, a lit car, so we still have more lit than unlit, and a lit SIG, and we have 3 indicators, so we have to potentially add up all these letters again. Then we have one port plate with a PS2, one with a PS2 RCA DVI, and a serial number. Tango X-ray 2, Tango Bravo 4. Let's take a look at this module. We have throat irritation, sleepiness, cough, thirstiness, foot swelling, headache, fever, and we're back to throat irritation. Royal flu, chronic talk, and Alzheimer's. Let's see which one of these is the correct one. Royal flu is here. Thirstiness, fever, headache. We do have all 3 of those. So that's a candidate. Chronic talk is down here, number 1. Throat irritation, cough, and foot swelling. Yes, we have all 3 of those. So that's a candidate. And just to check, Alzheimer's, well, that one requires dizziness, which we don't have. We don't have chills either. So that one's not a candidate. Let's look at the Venn diagram. The last digit of the serial number this time is still even. We do not have 2 or more batteries. We do not have an even number of modules. We do have more lit than unlit. And we still have that. So red, yellow, and orange. That takes us to V here. So V is not a vowel, so we go backwards in the list, and we find royal flu is the answer. And the treatment for that is Warcraftazole. So that's that. Let's calculate the dose. 3 and 3 is a no. Lit FRQ, that's a no. Fever listed as a symptom. Should not have deleted that. It is listed as a symptom, so that's a yes. So the dose is the solved modules times unsolved modules. Well, we don't have any solved modules on this bomb, because there's only this one which we haven't solved yet. So the answer would be 0, but then the line takes us to this box up here. If the dose is 0, make it 1. So the answer is actually 1 milligram. Also, if the dose is over 999, which, you know, maybe if you have lots and lots of indicators or something like that, then remove the least significant digit, which means the last digit. So let's say you have like 1024, right? It says remove the least significant digit, so remove the 4 and change the unit to grams. So the answer would be 102 grams instead of 1024 milligrams, which is weird, but that's the rules of the module. So in this case, we have royal flu, Warcraftazole 1 milligram, and the follow-up date is still going to be the same as before. So we have 5-6, and we have royal flu, Warcraftazole, and 1 milligram. I will now blank the screen and give you the next bomb for you to solve. On this bomb, we have 2 batteries in 1 holder. We have a lit NLL indicator, that's November Lima Lima, and we have 3 port plates. One of them has an RCA, RJ, DVI. Another one also has RCA, RJ, DVI, and another one has only a DVI. The serial number is Papa 92, X-ray Juliet 8. The symptoms listed on your module are gas, foot swelling, numbness, diarrhea, sleepiness, cough, loss of smell. Your diseases are orientitis, Alzheimer's, and XMAs. That's X-ray Mike Alpha, XMAs. Pause the video here. Solution coming in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. And if I haven't made a mistake, then the answer should be XMAs, ball of Kuti, 38 milligrams, and of course the same follow-up data as before. There we go, we've cured your disease. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns or suggestions, let me know in the comments below or contact me on Discord, whichever you prefer. So let's hope that you'll be fine. You won't have to see the doctor too often, and don't explode.